Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot coming at you with the Weekly Comic Book Roundup. We're at a stopping point for now, so let's get started. Kicking things off, we've got Blood Hunters number 5, wrapping up the miniseries, and where we left off, Dagger had been captured by the Blood Coven, and the rest of the Blood Hunters were kind of on the back foot. So the issue opens with at the Blood Coven's den, and Smoke Eater is has drawn some of her blood uh, to see how her blood would potentially affect a vampire. And Smoke Cloud says that Dagger will be an endless resource for the vampires. Also, vampire cat Moggy was taken, and the vampire who's dealing with him is suddenly stung with and the vampire asks if Moggy has fleas, but it's worse than that. It's wasps, or Hallows Eve wearing her wasp mask. But then White Widow and also Bloodstone show up to help. And Hallows Eve ends up taking on member of the Blood Coven, Cruel, and which also retrieves Moggy. But Bloodstorm 1 drinks a large portion of the blood drawn from Dagger and gains Dagger's powers. And Ames also uses a vampire human as a vampiric shield, and she uses the Captain America mask from Hallows Eve, which makes her feel taller, as well as enhancing her strength, speed, and agility. And so she takes on Bloodstorm 1 with the power of both Bloodstone and the Captain America mask. White Widow, Moggy, and Hallows Eve take care of the rest of the Blood Coven, and White Widow goes to rescue Dagger, but Smoke Eater gets in his smoke form, manages to get into Widow's body, and a swift kick to the face, and Dagger's light powers manage to free Dagger, and Dagger stabs White Widow with one of her light daggers, driving Smoke Eater out. But the fight starts to go in the favor of the Blood Coven until they're teleported out suddenly, individually. Except for Bloodstorm 1, who discovers that the culprit is, in fact, Cloak. And Elsa tosses her shield and at them, and but Bloodstorm 1's gone. Cloak then reappears and explains he can feel the Dagger's pain, and it turns out that the Blood Covenant are currently in a pocket dimension at the end of the Dark Force dimension, but that won't hold them for forever. And so Dagger and Elsa opt to heal, and Dagger opts to anyone that wants to, any of the vampires that want to return to being human, do so, and Elsa manages to heal White Widow, and they basically say that they basically make a deal. If anyone need help to call, they can call on the others if needed to. And Elsa heads back to England with Moggy, and everyone go their separate ways. And that is where the series ends. It's a fun little series. Nice little follow-up to Blood Hunt. It was also nice to see Janine and to see how is even a story that does not that didn't involve Chasm. But anyways, moving on to our next book, we've got Hellverine #1. So, well, years ago, Wolverine and Ghost Rider encountered an demon named Bagger Ghoul, and Bagger Ghoul eventually found Wolverine more recently and possessed Wolverine. But it seemed that after Bagger Ghoul was exorcised from Wolverine, it seemed that Bagger Ghoul wanted a new kind of host, someone that capacity or great capacity for violence and savagery, but also kind of a good guy. So Bagger Ghoul possessed the recently reassembled corpse of Akihiro, Wolverine's son. And that arrangement is wearing on Akihiro. He reflects a bit on his past and explains how he got the name Dakin. But he sees the sin. He feels that he basically is able to know the sins of people around him, or at least if they're about to commit a sin. He stops a liquor store holdup from happening by burning the perpetrator's hand. He also sees a human trafficking ring operating in an 18-wheeler. And one night he's approached by a soggy, moldy ghost kid. Follows the ghost kid to a pond, and sees the corpse of the kid, as well as others, tied to concrete blocks, and they all shout "Help us" at him, and so um, Hellverine takes care of the first off, doles out vengeance to the killer, and buries all the bodies. Also, due to Batgirl's influence, Akihiro is creating twisted works of art of the of some of the people that he deals with, and ends up going to New York and finding Doctor Strange, and he does what he can. He tells Akira what's going on, and starts to questions. How does obviously Akira gets is brought back, gets to live with the arrangement, but what does Batgirl get? And Akihiro shows Strange the works that him and Batgirl created, which startles Strange. But Strange posits that perhaps Batgirl is trying to corrupt Akihiro into being the kind of host that Batgirl wanted in the first place, and that his desire to do good is a feint of sorts. And that is where the issue ends. Interesting first issue. Honestly, the miniseries was better than I expected it to be, so I got high hopes for the ongoing. Benjamin Percy's writing, so that's also always a plus. So, but moving on to our last book for the moment, we've got Spirits of Vengeance number 4. Where we left off, Vengeance and its host, Michael Battolino, have been separated. Also, Johnny Blaze learned an ancient secret of the Spirits of Vengeance. So this issue actually dives a bit deeper into Battolino's history and seemingly kind of retcons everything. Retcons a few things, but Battolino's dad was a cop, and so when Battolino grew up, he became a cop, and that was around the time that Battolino's father sobered up, and was actually kind of supportive of his son finally, but Blackout got slammed Ghost Rider into Battolino's, the elder Battolino's cruiser, and the elder Battolino pulled a gun on Ghost Rider and kind of helped Blackout get away. And so Battleino was got the penance stare. And there was apparently a rather vicious penance stare, which actually scarred Battleino physically. And a few days later, Battleino was off the wagon and attacked his daughter. 30 minutes later, Michael turned up at their house. The house was on fire. His mom and sister were dead. And his father had said it was all because of Ghost Rider. And so Battleino made a deal. It became Vengeance. In the present, Battleino is being tortured by a doctor who has some ruffians at his disposal. And Battleino tells more of his tale of vengeance, but and also points out that Vengeance is going to be the only one looking for him, as Johnny and Danny show up to fight the Doctor's lackeys. However, then another visitor shows up. Vengeance is demonic form. And that is where the issue ends. Interesting. I'm not entirely keen on the retcon. As I remember, the original version of it was that Battleino's dad was killed by Ghost Rider, the Johnny Blaze version, and when Battleino was younger, and when he grew up and joined the Force, and Danny Ketch became Ghost Rider. Well, that's when Battleino made the deal. But I guess now it's a bit different. And I wasn't entirely keen on the fact of in the retcon, Danny being dressed in Johnny's Ghost Rider outfit, but not everyone. I guess not all editors are all that eagle-eyed. But anyways, otherwise, good issue. I'm enjoying the miniseries. So, but anyways, let's do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.